Yeah, so quite what to say here, but we got a lovely little sash window. Usual story, it's cemented in. So you can see here, this is all cement. We've got timber, and where the cement is in contact with the timber, it's rotting. And you can see here, I've been fishing out soft rotten timber. So moral of the story here is don't. There we go, it's all rotting away. We need to get the cement off here, and then we'll replace the cheeks on the sash. And I just started fiddling here, and this is the same thing. We've got cement underneath the sill, and what I'm doing is just pulling out that cement, and you can see it's absolutely sopping wet, so not very nice. And underneath the timber is, if we get this off, you can see it's very soft timber. There's the last bit coming off. We'll get this paint off as well, as much as we can. Now, the best thing for this is not to clag it up again with anything that is going to trap moisture into it. So what we're going to do now is try and allow this. You'll see that there is quite a lot of rot, just soft wet rot to the timber. So we need to get as much out as we can, just expose it and let it dry out. But what I'm going to do is just show. So I've twisted this. This is my hemp oakum. So I'm just going to show people. This is what you use to sort out and seal the decks of sailing ships. So I figured it's good enough to seal the deck of a sailing ship. It's good enough to seal under our window. So we twist it into a rope and then just hammer it in, and there we go. Also, I'm not doing this properly because I'm holding the camera at the same time, but you can see that this is a caulking iron, a proper job, craftsman's tool, and it's even got a groove on the end. And the idea is that once this has been hammered in, it shapes the oakum so that you can put a little bead of lime putty over it just to tighten it all up and make it completely waterproof, weatherproof. But there you go, you're weatherproofing. No water's going to get in under there. If you look at it, you can see the oakum nicely packed in under the window there. And then we fill this in. So we get I've pushed it in probably about, I don't know, half an inch. And then we come back with some lime putty and just fill this with a little bit of lime putty. And that just protects everything. But the lime putty is breathable, so the timber will be able to dry out. This stuff is breathable and it's flexible, so the timber can dry out all the time. And then, as we were saying before, we take the paint off, and you can see that first bit of paint that we took off. And if you can see, the timber here is already starting to dry out on the top here. And the longer we leave it, the more this will just dry out. So I wouldn't even repaint that until you're ready to do it with linseed. And then we've got a piece on the side here to do. We need to take some of this timber out. You can see the timber's all rotted where the cement's been in touch with it. And here again, you'll see the timber starting to get soft and rotten where it's in contact with cement. So again, we take that cement off and we'll square this off, put a new cheek piece onto the frame, and that window will go for another 100 years then. not a problem. So there you go, a little bit of quick repair to sash window, how to stop the sill from rotting, what to do with it, bit of oakum in there, cover it up with lime, and then paint over with a linseed paint. Breathable, and it'll last forever.